Seems like they got the memo. 118-91 Spurs over the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've completely locked down OKC, completing a dominant 32-13 third quarter. Forced the Thunder to shoot just 36% from the floor and 25% from three-point range. They got the memo. I pulled up the box sheet so you could take a good look at this defensive masterpiece. What led to this victory wasn't offense, which offense was damn good itself, but this was a defensive win, holding OKC to 91 points in the conference finals. That's defense. They locked SGA down to 15 points, 6 for 18 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. We're going to talk about the free throws because that's a big part of OKC's game. Do you know the OKC Thunder only went to the line 12 times all game? If you want to talk about a recipe for victory, it's laying right here in your face. When you're able to play this type of great defense without fouling, without putting guys to the free throw line and sustaining that, there's nothing they're going to be able to do because he's not getting production from his teammates. Guys that usually step up for OKC are not stepping up. Lou Dort through this whole series, you remember in the regular season, Lou Dort always hit timely threes, big shots, along with his defense. He's been a ghost in this series. A ghost. Chet Holmgren, locked down, having trouble with Wembanyama. He only scores 10 points, 4 for 8 from the field. Coaching staff, teammates, that's not nearly enough. 4 for 8, it's not like he was just off on his shot. He just couldn't get his shot off. Chet Holmgren plays like this in Game 7. It's going to be the same result. But I don't believe Chet Holmgren going to play this way in Game 7. I don't believe SGA is going to put up this type of performance in Game 7. You might have a lot of people joining the party. Jared McCain, he had 13 points. Caruso, bad game on his part. He only produced 7 points, 3 for 7, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. They didn't have that punch. They didn't have that edge. Spurs came in this game and just put it to them. Wouldn't waste no time. History is showing in this series that they're going to bounce back. They're going back home. Do you know what type of story this would be if the Spurs can pull out this Game 7 on the road against OKC? You want to talk about the passing of the torch. Everybody's looking at OKC, as a dynasty. A dynasty. Until these young bucks stepping up, playing out of body, have a legitimate superstar in Wembanyama as long as he gets it together, keep his head right. Once he learns, he has to approach these games the same way. Same way, every game. Make or miss. Tear it up on the other end, getting your blocks, getting your rebounds. You got to get double-digit rebounds every game if you win Wembanyama. That 4 and 5 that he was getting, that can't happen. 10 and above. Really 10, he should always get more than 10. The guy is 7'5", 7'4", right? Should be able to get 12 to 15 rebounds a game. And I damn near want 20 from him a game. Great bounce back by Wembanyama. Him skipping a post game for media, I didn't like that too much. You got to face the music, especially if you're playing bad, you lose. Just like when you win and you're putting up great numbers, you still got to go to that podium. All because you lost and had a bad game and didn't shoot that much, pouting, whatever the case may be, you still have to face the music. But he's a young guy. He's going to learn from that. I don't expect him to do that no further in the future. He's going to learn from that. In my opinion, he had no choice but to come in and have a great game. Because if he didn't have a great game in this Game 6, oh, man, the music would have been playing. Losing that Game 5, missing the podium, post-game media, and then backdooring that with another terrible performance, oh, man, you wouldn't have heard enough. You wouldn't have heard enough. They'd have been saying he ain't ready. He ain't mentally focused or strong. Question is, can you duplicate it? Can you get yourself back up and rolling again, knowing you just came off a hell of a win? 118-191, knocking off the defending champs in Game 6. Now it's Game 7, something you've never been in before. And it won't have anything to do with Wemby. Wemby's going to have some inviting guests. Yes, he's going to have his friends join the party. OKC's going to play a hell of a lot better with their role players. Expect Alex Caruso to come with it. He's been steady all series long. All year long, he's been steady. And Jalen Williams came back. Didn't give you much. Still a little hamper, still a little tender on that leg, that hamstring, and he was just out there trying to give it a go. But his performance was none to exist. But the biggest story about this game is the defensive end for the San Antonio Spurs. It don't matter, offense, whatever. If you play defense this way, you ain't got to put up too much offense to beat 91 points. Suffocating defense. This is a huge game for SGA. MVP, champion, going up against the Young Bucks of San Antonio. I pulled up the back door sheet so you can take a good look at this defensive masterpiece. You're about to find out what SGA is all made of in this Game 7. Which offense was damn good itself. Will it be the passing of the torch? Because just like SGA got skyrocketed up in the ranks, he can come skyrocketing right back down. All it takes is a loss in Game 7 to Wembanyama and these Spurs. Because they was looking at them like they're going to run 4 or 5 championships in a 10-year span. How they was looking at OKC. But if they disappear, just get one and done on one championship, they could easily disappear. San Antonio's going to be around for a very long time. They're very young as well, with more established talent, in my opinion. So, yes, this is a crucial game for OKC and SGA. That's why I'm expecting him to come out, pull out an epic performance, because if not, his stock is going down. His stock will go down. You will start to hear maybe he needs the free throw line to be a great player. If he's not getting to that free throw line, everything is totally different. They got the memo. They got the memo. That's the name of this piece. Now it comes down to Game 7. Anything can happen. Don't roll off the wrong side of the bed. Don't wake up with a tweak in your ankle or a strain in your shoulder, slicing your steak the wrong way and nick your pinky. You don't want none of that stuff to happen for this Game 7 coming up. Let me go down a little bit here, check out San Antonio Spurs here. We'll pass on Champagnie. He only had 10 points. He was 4 for 8 from the field. He's a role player. He done his job, if you ask me. I know 10 points, but he was 4 for 8 from the field. He was 2 for 6 on the three-pointers. He grabbed 6 rebounds. He got 2 assists. He got a steal. He got 2 blocks. He wasn't a one-trick pony, in my opinion. He filled the stat sheet. But VW, the plastic man, he showed up. Everybody wanted him to show up. Everybody was concerned at first, and rightfully so. You needed to be concerned how he looked in Game 5. But he bounced back. He got 28 points. He's 10 for 21 from the field, 4 for 9 on his threes. Came out shooting, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. We would like to see him at the free throw line a lot more than that, but hey, it happens. 10 rebounds. We would like to get that up. It just seems like a guy like Wembanyama shouldn't even be having 10 rebounds. It should be 17, 18, 24, if you're active and you're really moving. But we're going to give him a season, because he still got some stuff he got to do for us, bulking up that body, putting a little meat around them arms a little bit. The guy is 7'4", right? It's hard for him to get that low sense of gravity and just start jetting to the hole, moving guys to get those rebounds. I understand, but when it comes off, he's got the height to just snatch him away from everybody. But once he can get that body position and knows how to just jackknife himself in that paint to go get those rebounds, that's when you're going to start seeing those numbers go up. We just keep forgetting how young he is. We keep forgetting he only been in the league, 2-3 years? So you got to look at this thing. It's going to get a whole lot better. So monster performance by him, getting those 3 blocks. He got 2 steals, I see. He was filling up the stat sheet. He came out and he did what he needed to do. Set the tone for his team. He had to come out. And I'm looking at 10 for 21. What he had, 14, 15 shot attempts in the last game. 21, I'll be honest with you, 21 still ain't enough for me. But when you got it rolling and it's a blowout and, you know, you got your other guys chipping in and all that kind of other stuff, so I can understand how that attempts can be 21, but at least it's in the 20s. We needed it in the 20s. But me, I'm 25, 30 and better for Wembanyama. A guy like him, he got to set the tone at all times. Vassell had a good game. Small punch, small packed punch, but he had a good game. He got 12 points. He was 4 for 7 from the field. 4 for 7 from the three-point line. That's all he shot. Okay? But he made them count. He made them count. And he got 2 blocks as well and a steal. So these guys for San Antonio, they just not out there just scoring the ball. They have multiple guys that do a whole lot of different things to fill up the stat sheet. And that's what's key when you're playing with a guy like Wembanyama. Any help, extra help that he can get just maximizes his team, maximizes his ability, bring the team up to a whole nother level. And they're going to need a lot more of that in this game 7. Everything you've done in the regular season leading up, we can go further than that. Training camp, building up this season. It all comes down to this game 7 right here, everything you done worked for. The finals are right around the corner. Who is it going to be? San Antonio Spurs or OKC? Big game coming up. Huge game coming up. Take a look at Stephon Castle, 17 points, 5 of 10 from the field. Couldn't hit his 3, he was just 0 for 2, didn't shoot that many of them, but he got to the free throw line for 7 for 8. That's good for him. 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Look at the key thing, though. 1 turnover. 1 turnover for Stephon Castle. He's paying attention. They're finding ways to simplify it a little bit for him to make the easy, nice pass and really think about where he's going with the basketball. Because it was blatantly obvious if they just don't turn over the ball, or just this one guy, Stephon Castle, who's been having problems holding on to the ball, if he can just limit his turnovers, even if he had 3, it wouldn't have been bad. Maybe even 4. You just can't be having 11, 9, 8. When you play this well and you cut down on those turnovers, man, I don't think it's too much OKC can do with you, the way y'all play defense. And right now, y'all cutting off the head of the snake in SGA, forcing role players to do something, and they were unable to do it in this game 6. Y'all covered all angles. Question is, can you duplicate it? Can you get up for another game? Hope you're not getting complacent, because OKC will be motivated and they will be ready. Force is going to have to be matched. It's going to have to be matched. Because I can sit here and tell you, we all can just see it and visualize it, that it could easily be another blowout going OKC's way with the crowd behind them if you don't come out the right way. So San Antonio's going to have to take care of business, man. They really want to get through this. And by the way, welcome in quick hitters. All right? G.Mo Short Crew. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all being safe. It is on. Let's see what Mitch Johnson talking about. But great job by the San Antonio Spurs, forcing a game 7, holding it down at home. Game 6, showing up like everybody expected and wanted you to do. Wembanyama, great bounce back game. Had to have it. Your future, your reputation at stake as well. You had to come in with it. Just like SGA. In game 7, he's at stake. Battle of wills and minds. Who's going to prevail? Who's going to prevail? Miss Johnson.
Mitch, what was the biggest difference you saw tonight in Wemby from game 5 tonight?
I would say his overall activity, and that probably, from my perspective, was just from his will and intent on leaving his imprints on the game.
And with Dylan, how close was he? I know he's still hurting, but how close was he to having his typical kind of performance tonight?
When he's switched on mentally and aggressive, he's pretty damn good. He's got all the talent in the world, makeup to do whatever he wants. So he is capable of those nights when he's in the right place between the ears.
Dylan Harper, promising career. We already talked about him a few weeks back. The talent level is just off the charts with this guy. I call him the watered-down, skim milk version of Kawhi Leonard. Sky's the limit for that young man. Combo guard. He does it on both ends. And like Mitch said, once he gets it right between his ears, it's going to be dangerous, man. This guy is a bona fide superstar himself. The Spurs are stacked. They're stacked with a whole lot of great young talent. And they're just going to continue to develop. I know the focus is on Wemby. But when you got guys like Castle running around and the Vassell's, you know what I mean, and the Harper, which pretty soon this guy is going to have to get in the starting lineup. You're going to have to find a way. You know, they can figure something out. I'll say it that way. They can figure something out because I think De'Aaron Fox, down the road, he can be moved. It's going to open up a slot in that starting lineup. He just grabs the bull by the horns. The way he penetrates and bump bodies off of him going to the paint, not afraid to hit that big shot, take the big shot, at the same time play with a poker face and give you the little smirk and smile at the same time. Gutsy kid. Big fan of him. Gutsy kid.
Well, he's a 20-year-old kid in the conference finals playing against the defending champ, so he's not 100% healthy, and he's doing a hell of a job. So I'd say it's probably a strain mentally, emotionally, and physically.
You mentioned the word will when it came to Vic. I'm not sure if you've seen anything different from him, but what have you learned about him during this run and his focus on ultimately the end goal?
Just a desire to meet the moment. He's not always perfect, and we got to help him at times. Obviously, he's 22 years old, but his passion and desire for being right where he is and at the forefront of it all, and to take the responsibility and the role and the burden of what he does, I don't know what else to say. He is comfortable with that, regardless of the outcome and what that may look like. And I think that's maybe his biggest growth this year, of not waiting for it to be perfect or necessarily to know what to do all the time, but attack the moment and have the right approach and live with the results.
Oh, yeah, I also want to mention we are going to be getting ready to transition. As y'all know, football season is upon us, right? And we do both over here. We do NBA, we do NFL. So look forward to that. Soon as these finals are over, it's stuff I want to talk about right now. Obviously, with the Philadelphia Eagles, with the A.J. Brown situation, getting ready to be traded, and that media clip from Jalen Hurts, man. Oh, man. It's so much going on right now. I want to cover that so bad. I probably still get an opportunity to do it. But that was epic. That was gold with Jalen Hurts at that podium, taking a sip when they asked him that question about A.J. Brown. That man there, when you could have a sense of humor about it like that, man, that was gold. That was gold. But yes, if you're new here, if you're a new follower, new subscriber, we also do the NFL. And it's going to be coming up soon. It's going to be an outstanding year coming up. So make sure you tune in.
Coach, what did you see from Carter Bryant defensively tonight, and what can you say about his intensity overall and how much he likes to be coached hard?
Yeah, Carter, there's much to do with what happened a couple games ago, I know, and the visual of it. Carter has been as coachable as anybody. At times he probably is trying to do the right thing too much, and I think that's where at times the urgency and the competitiveness of myself comes out, because I just want that kid to play fast and aggressive. He has as good of raw instincts and when he plays free and allows his instincts to follow his athleticism and aggressiveness, good things happen. And when he can be disciplined a little bit on top of it.
Did y'all watch NBA TV? Matter of fact, anybody? Because it was it Robin Lopez? I didn't know he played with Mitch Johnson or something like that he was saying. He say they used to call him Maestro. Yeah, he said he was a point guard. He's always galvanizing guys, bringing them together, leading the charge, something to that nature. But I thought that name was funny, and they were interviewing Vassell, and Vassell was talking about how he didn't know that, and he's going to bring it up on the airplane on the way back. I can picture him going up to Mitch Johnson, his coach, and said, "Hey, what's up, Maestro?" Mitch might be like, "Where do you hear that from?" What are you going to say? Robert Lopez? Yeah, but that's a hell of a nickname for Mitch Johnson. I might have to start calling him Maestro. That's a good one right there. So, yeah, we're going back to Maestro.
It's fun to watch.
Hey, Mitch, over to your right. I know oftentimes players say they try to approach each game the same way, but with the weight of Game 7 as their coach, how will you help them kind of balance those emotions and their presence of being where their feet are going into Game 7?
Like we have all year. I know there'll be a lot of added attention, a lot of eyes watching. It'll be a hostile environment, but we've been saying this for a long time. We've had a lot of firsts. This one will be a little bit more important or higher stakes than all the others. That's the goal, as you keep playing and the season gets longer.
Coach, this Saturday in OKC, it's do or die for you guys. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about Game 7?
Tonight was do or die, and I think a lot of fans are going to be happy. They say it's the best line in sports, I believe. So we'll be prepared, take the next 40 hours or whatever it may be to try to get ready, get organized, and get ready to go into a hostile environment against the defending champs in the Western Conference Finals for a team that's done it multiple times.
I'm a little jealous now. Is it a possibility we can swap Emu Doka, send him back with the Spurs, and the Rockets can get Mitch Johnson? Is that possible? I'm feeling a little jealous right now. I'm only joking. But am I really?
It knows exactly what they're going to, what it takes, and I would expect to get their best punch. We're going to go in with our eyes wide open and expecting nothing less.
Cool.
Let's see if we can find some Wembanyama here. He ought to be coming up soon. Let's see. Oh, that's Dagnall. I don't think nobody want to hear what Dagnalls have to say, do you? Where we're at. Oh, there's Wemby. AKA Plastic Man.
Vic, to your right, what did you feel like the biggest difference between last game and this game was for you personally?
Myself?
Okay.
Trusting the game plan, discussing tactics with the staff and teammates.
Before the game, you gathered the whole team on the court and gave them a speech. Just what did you say in that speech, and how do you feel like you guys carried that out early in the game?
I don't remember.
Just black out, kind of?
They should have asked him about the Game 5 speech on the bench, and I wish you would have said, I didn't remember. You know what I mean? But he had to duplicate that one. We had to have some kind of other meeting with Wembanyama talking to his team where it didn't look like Game 5. So I'm all for that. But, yeah, I don't remember either.
Victor, this Saturday in OKC, it's do or die for your team. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about Game 7?
First thing is listening to, the experienced people. whether it's on our team, on our staff, or outside. We got the chance to have plenty of those around.
Vic, what did you think about the way you guys met the moment?
And he does. He had plenty of those around. Sean Elliott, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. And you know Pop going to walk in that locker room. For Game 7, getting this team ready. Oh, yeah. Pop coming in there. That's all the motivation you need to get ready.
Moment in tonight's do-or-die ball game.
I think we were consistent and we did what we needed to do. Trusted the game, trusted the basketball gods.
Speaking of meeting the moment, Dylan looked like his normal self tonight. What did you see from him, and how relaxed was he mentally in this game?
I don't know how relaxed he was. Everybody approaches games, especially this type of games, differently. But the result was definitely there and impressive as always.
Vic, how impressed were you with your team's effort defensively, especially Carter and some of the minutes that he was able to give tonight?
The effort? It was great. I mean, should be consistent, always the same, but it was great. The bench was great tonight.
Yeah.
Really 1 through 15.
Yeah, Vic, something that your teammates were saying after last game is that you guys have played really well when playing desperate. And so I guess the question is, what does playing desperate look like to you? And when both teams, I mean, obviously everyone's playing hard in the playoffs, but Game 7.
Just feels like it erases kind of all the little mistakes that we do that are human nature, whether it's in the regular season or previous games. We just got to fight that all the time. And when your back's against the wall, it feels like it's the best opportunity to do that.
We'll leave it right there. No need to go all the way through it. But really, what do y'all think? What do y'all believe for this Game 7? Do y'all actually believe these Spurs can go down to OKC to take down defending champs, OKC, in their building with all their experience, expertise, the MVP and SGA? Do y'all really give the Spurs a chance to pull this off and win Game 7, leading their way to the finals? Me personally, and obviously, of course, I would like to see the Spurs beat OKC. Kind of, sort of, being a Rockets fan as well, it's kind of hard to be rooting on San Antonio, hoping they get past this series and go to the finals. Because when you really look at bragging rights between the two with Houston and San Antonio, you just don't want them to get that too far away edge, right? And that's just a fan in me, the process of thinking. But other than that, if it didn't have anything to do with the Spurs being in the Rockets division, and they wasn't even in Texas, okay, I wouldn't mind the Spurs pulling it off against OKC. But I'm going to be honest with you, for the take on who will win, I'm put it to you this way. Of course, it can go either way. It's a Game 7. Spurs got a damn good chance, just like OKC got, because it's a Game 7. Anything can happen. But if I was going into this game and I had to put up the house, all right, had to put up and say, well, my bank account will be drained if it goes this way. Or it will be filled up if I go the other. I would have to say OKC will find a way to pull this game out. I would say experience going to take over. Them being at home, their crowd over there, I mean, they can rally you. You hit 2-3 shots in a row, this team seems like they can carry you to a 20-0 run. That's how great the fans are over there, as well as San Antonio, but they're not playing at home. They're playing in OKC, all right? So just the experience, being a little more seasoned, done it before. Their role players are going to be at home. We know how OKC role players play in their building, man. They play out of this world. SGA really don't have to have a good game at home. As much as this is on him to have a great game for his reputation, they still can pull out this game with SGA just scoring 18 points and everybody else chipping in. That's why the Spurs going to have to stay very focused, man, because you don't want those bowling strikes from Hartenstein again to get going. You don't want Caruso being wide open for some reason. As much as this guy produces throughout the playoffs, throughout the regular season, I don't even believe there's a scouting report on Caruso ever. I think it's just dare shots. Every time you see Caruso, he's wide open, just filling the laces and reading Adam Silver's name on a damn basketball. That's what it feels like. You got to get defenders out there on him. Make him drive. You'd rather see him drive. Guys can eat that up in the paint. Just don't let him sit out there. All right, he one of them old school guys just come to the gym with his tube socks all the way up to his knees, headband on, and say, hey, anybody want to hoop? All right, you got to go out there and respect that guy. I know you look at him and you be like, what this guy going to do? He can do plenty. He can do plenty. You don't want Wallace getting off. Don't know the story with Jalen Williams. Shit, really, both of them producing. They can produce. The watered-down version and the other one with gin and Sprite. They both can produce. But if I had to put the family and the house on it, I got to say OKC. Who would you choose if everything was on the line and you would lose everything depending on it? Will you put that on the Spurs? Would you put that on OKC? G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Because one damn thing for sure, we're going to line them up and we're going to knock it out the park. Appreciate your time. We up out of here. Peace.